Yo, what's up, sleepers? It's your boy Eddbedhead here in the Sleeping Cinema. And today I have with me
Otacon, and I'm here every week unless something happens.
So that's a lie. That was a lie. You weren't here like 3 weeks ago.
All right,
I'll be here every week.
Who's the other guy with the glasses, though?
Which guy?
You don't.
Oh, sorry.
You're the only one. You're the other guy with glasses.
Whoa. What do you mean? I don't have glasses. Sorry.
All right,
Who are
introduce
you?
yourself.
Welcome back. This is Sen. Sen here.
Sen is back.
I
He's
thought
not
you
dead
said he
anymore.
died.
Yeah, I thought he died.
I use some incantation and resident.
What? Okay. And who else do we have
And
with?
this, and I am Aleksey, also known as Backstep 246,
Who's
or
that?
Bread My Butter.
Also known as Beard Neck.
Neckbeard.
Neckbeard, yeah,
Beard 26.
All right, there will be timestamps in the description for our review of this movie if you want to skip ahead. But for now, let's buy our tickets and grab our favorite concessions.
So by bread my butter, you mean your cheeks and put bread butter in your
Not
mouth? Like that?
exactly,
Oh.
actually.
All right, how's your guys' week been?
I've been all right.
I have completely forgotten what I did.
I watched some content
Ooh.
that we'll talk
That sounds
about.
very sus.
Hey. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
sure.
Right.
Moving on.
Oh yeah, but no. Other than that, like the rest of the week, I worked until 8 o'clock every day until like Friday. Friday was the only day I didn't work till 8.
Dang.
What time do you get up?
So late.
I get up at 5.
Oh, okay.
Oh my
That's-
god.
Besides Thursday. Thursday I got up at 4.
I'd
Okay.
kill myself.
Right.
You're a
That's
workaholic,
too
man.
much. That's too much.
Well, I got 60 hours in for the week.
Like I said, workaholic.
What about you, Aleksey? What you been up to this week?
I watched a lot of shit movies.
Talon
You
says
always
no.
doing that. I keep
Bro, why
on
don't you
my bad.
watch anything good?
Because
Right.
I wanted to.
There's so much
I wanna
great
spice
content
things
out
up.
there.
When
Bro.
the fuck are you gonna watch Owl House?
I don't know why. I don't know. I just go on Tubi TV and just see what kind of crap is on there.
Oh my god.
Tubi
That's so-
TV.
Yeah.
That's so weird.
It's got a lot of dumb stuff. So yeah, I watched a lot of that stuff. I did a little bit of streaming. I streamed some Call of Duty. I actually got 2 wins in Warzone.
Oh. Out of
can't
how many
play that.
matches?
Like 5.
Okay, that's pretty good.
I can't play Warzone.
But that was it was surprising because I actually did good on my
What do you
last
mean you
match.
can't play it?
Okay, so on the PS5 when I downloaded it and put my account information, it says it's not allowed. I'm like, what?
You're banned, bro.
No, that's
What did you do?
nothing.
Oh, that reminds me. I bought a PS5.
Oh yeah, nice.
Comes in on the 16th
Oh,
Of January or this month?
Congratulations.
of December.
Ooh, so we're
Yeah.
gonna play some games now?
I've had mine for like
Yeah.
months now.
Same.
Yeah, do you
Same,
play anything
bro,
on
same.
it?
Yeah,
Have you played Ratchet and Clank?
I have it.
Did you play the new Spider-Man game?
I'm
No.
jealous. I want
Did you
that
play
new
the Demon
Spider-Man.
Souls game?
I have it, and I have played it. Not all the way through though.
I have played the Demon's Souls game. I suck at it.
Yeah.
Like those are the only games I bought so far because they're the only ones of interest.
I want the Spider-Man. Is it different from the PS4 Spider-Man game?
Yeah, you play as Miles.
Oh, but they have that one on
That's
PS4
like a
as well.
small DLC, dude.
Oh,
that's
well-
not a separate game.
No, it's a separate game.
It is a separate
It's-
game.
it's
I already
own
beat
game.
it.
It's like a 4-hour game or
yeah,
something.
it's just as short as the last
It's-
Spider-Man game.
What do you mean? The last Spider-Man game was 40 hours long.
Really? I beat
Yeah.
it. I beat it like in a
This
day.
is
or-
basically a DLC.
This one's like 20, 30 hours.
Really?
Yes.
There's
Oh.
new
You
Spi-
haven't even played it. You haven't even played the first one.
I beat both of them in
have
like a day,
played
but
the
that's
first
just
one, not all the way
because
through though.
I beat both of them in a day, but that's because I love Spider-Man games, so I literally took the day off.
only
I've
games
never
that-
been a big fan of the Spider-Man
The only game
games.
that I thought about buying was the Ratchet and Clank game from
That's
the
fun.
the PS5 exclusive.
Well, I
that
bought-
or the Harry Potter game too.
I bought those 3 because I knew I was gonna like those.
Well, Ratchet and Clank is such a great game.
I said that's why I bought them.
Yeah.
Besides Aleksey wouldn't say it's great. That's why he's never thought about playing
And I
it.
bought Demon Souls because I'm apparently the only one here who likes Souls games.
Yeah.
Well, I bought
Too
it.
hard, bro.
Bro,
They
yeah,
are-
you
they're
bought
very
it,
difficult.
but
But I
like,
suck at
I
it.
don't. Yeah, I don't think you knew what you were getting into.
No, I looked at it and it was on sale. I think I bought it for $10, and then
You did not buy
Not
it for
$10.
$10.
I
Bro,
bought
what
it.
the
I bought
fuck?
it on sale though. I
On
know.
Black Friday, it was going for 40.
No, I bought it on a different sale.
Where?
Did you get a hard copy?
No, virtual.
Then you're lying, bro.
Yeah, you're lying,
Bro,
bro.
I don't remember.
bro, you're
I just,
lying.
I just know it
Anyway,
was cheaper. I just know it was cheaper. I bought it. It looked when I was reading the description. I
Ain't
bought
no
it.
way,
It
bro.
looked okay.
Moving on.
What are
That's
we
for
moving
me. I've been focusing on editing and making new styles of content, so that's what I've been
I
doing.
saw that
with my
first blog.
Yeah, blog.
It's almost like he posted it on the group chat.
Yeah.
Wait, you posting in a group chat too?
Yes, yesterday.
Why did it sound like
man.
you hated it?
It was a joke. It was supposed to
better
be.
be a
It was
joke.
supposed to be satirical of vlog style videos.
Can I watch it
The
right
whole
now?
thing was just comedic.
Yeah, yeah. You were talking to Obi, so.
Yeah. I was talking to Obi. I was posing in the bathroom. The whole thing was supposed to be a joke.
Dang.
Anyway, with that, let's take our seats and let's get into the trailers. All right, any new movies, TV shows, or video games you guys are looking forward to?
Nothing.
I
from all
swear,
of us.
I almost never prepare for this segment.
I don't.
We do it every
I
week.
also don't prepare for this.
I think this is episode 19. So we've been doing this 19 weeks.
Hey,
Um,
I never prepare because I never look anything up. So
Like,
that's the
especially when it
difference.
comes to movies and stuff, because I don't really keep track of that.
Gotcha.
Like, there's
Understandable.
trailers and shit, but like in terms of video games, there's like not really much out.
Well, in terms of
Not
video
much
games, you
announced,
could
yeah.
say that New World finally started their server merges.
Ooh.
So that's I forgot what that actually meant, but you know,
Oh,
that's the thing.
I guess I'm looking forward to Final Fantasy 14
Oh, let's go.
Didn't that already come out though?
Endwalker's
week?
expansion.
Yeah,
comes
didn't that
out-
come out last week?
No, it comes out
Oh.
this week. I
No,
think.
because I had
The
a
new
friend that took.
expansion.
No, I had a friend that took the day off specifically for the expansion.
Yeah, I think Ethan talked about it too.
I don't know. Well, it's still something that's very recent that came out. Plus, I'm not gonna be
Yeah.
able to play that content till I actually,
Have
get
time.
through the original shit.
Oh, gotcha.
Whoop whoop.
All right, with that, let's get into these trailers then.
We're
All right.
terrible at that.
Oh.
You could have
section.
talked about
The Game
Fortnite.
Awards is coming up, I guess.
You could talk
That's
about Fortnite.
interesting.
All the awards.
Oh
are
yeah, the
coming
new
up.
Fortnite. You can talk about that.
Fortnite Chapter
Chapter
3
3.
just
Woo!
released.
Dwayne The Rock
I
Johnson.
assumed they were gonna do 2 more seasons in,
Did the map
in Chapter
change?
2. Yeah, it's
It's
flipped.
flipped now.
It's literally flipped.
It's
What do, you,
flipped.
what do you mean it's flip?
I couldn't help but laugh because of the H3 podcast.
It's flipped.
What do you mean it's flipped?
Yo,
The whole
Fo-
fuking map flipped.
Yo,
I thought you paid
Fortnite,
attention to
you're
Like, what do you mean
Fortnite.
by flip? Do you mean it's like upside down, like
Yes.
flip, like you're like
Yes.
on water and then you just?
What else does flipping mean?
I thought you watch Fortnite
Whoa.
creators.
I didn't watch this new video.
Well, then you should watch it.
Right now, I'll watch it.
I
right
can't
now.
log on to Fortnite. It's,
I'll watch on.
It's not working for
I'll
me.
watch it right now.
No.
All right. Anyway, let's start with "Marry Me." Plot: music superstars Kat Valdez and Bastian are getting married before a global audience of fans. But when Kat learns seconds before her vows that Bastian has been unfaithful, she
like-
decides to marry Charlie, a stranger in the crowd, and says,
Jesus.
Oh,
Put him on blast.
Flip your can.
excuse me.
releases February 11th of 2022.
They're not sponsoring us, bro.
They're not sponsoring us. Flip your
I think
can.
mine
Oh, I
is
thought you
wrong,
said
too.
cam, like my camera.
All right, what do you guys think of the trailer for "Marry Me"?
First of all, I got one thing to say. How the hell do you get caught cheating that badly? Like
Caught
it
in
was-
4K, bro.
Well, he's
that
like
was
a
beyond- that was
celebrity or
like
something.
8K,
so-
bro.
No. For me, it's funny is how all the whole audience are all fans, and at that moment when she sees the video that he's cheating, it's funny how that's the only guy with the sign up. Like, how the fuck did all of them just like, yeah, let's just hide our sign so that she doesn't.
How
see
is she
them
gonna call
everywhere.
him out like that though? Seriously.
This reminds me of what's it called? That stupid movie that we saw with that dumb TikToker.
Oh, you just talked
He's
about
all
it. Yeah.
that.
Yeah, he's all that.
That was
Except
a great
for
movie,
adults.
I actually didn't mind that movie.
Did I
It
watch
was
that?
fine. But
It
this
was
was,
fun.
I
Yeah,
don't
we
know.
all watched it.
Is that the one with the?
bro. That was on Netflix.
It was
bro.
on Netflix.
There was the high school girl that was trying to make the loser boy popular.
Are you
I
serious?
think. No problems.
Hey, Jesus,
it's
you want
in
to know why
there.
he's having a problem to remember it? Because it was too good of a movie.
I really can't.
This
remember
movie
more.
looks kind of like cheesy, but at the same time, I'm intrigued by the concept.
Yeah.
I remember now.
You also have a PC you can look things up on.
Yeah, you're right.
Also, happy birthday.
Oh,
happy
Eddie.
birthday,
Happy
Eddie.
birthday. Yeah, it's my birthday of birth.
Yeah,
We're gonna play a birthday
A
song
whole
right now.
23. I'm old now.
Can we sing? Can we sing?
You're
that?
Damn, bro, it's
23?
getting old.
Yeah, dude.
Huh.
I thought he was like 42.
Wow.
He doesn't look 42.
People tell me you're like, you look 16. It's like, no,
Yeah, that's
I'm 23, dude.
It's because we're all short.
Yeah, we're all short. Short Kings here.
Yeah.
All right, up next we have Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse Part 1. You look offended by that.
What?
The Short Kings comment.
Wait. What did I miss?
Okay.
I was
The-
reading a text.
All right. The plot for Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse is unknown, but it releases October 7th of 2022. What did you guys think of the trailer?
It was cool. I liked it.
One thing that bothered me is that the movie looked like it was in 3D. Like you need 3D glasses to watch the trailer.
That's
but
how the first one was.
It wasn't this bad.
It
was not
was.
this bad. No, it
Jesus.
wasn't.
Yes,
They
it
had
was.
Jesus.
I disagree.
Flip your can again.
They had the red and
Fuck's
blue.
sake.
They had the red and
It
blue.
was, no, don't get me wrong. I like the trailer still. That part is the only thing that bothered me at that time because it just looked worse than the first one. You know. But
It's the same shit.
I already said this before when we talked about the trailer. It's just so blurry to me. I don't like it.
It
I
could
don't like
also
the
be
design.
that it's unfinished.
Plus,
too.
you
That
saw
might
it from
be it,
like
yeah.
6 feet away.
anyways,
Maybe.
I enjoyed the trailer. I like the suit still. Very good. I'm
Which suit?
specifically a Spider-Man 2099 suit.
Yeah,
Oh, you don't
it's
like
pretty sick.
You don't like his other suit? You don't like the other one? The
Miles?
black one? Yeah, you don't like
Miles,
Miles?
I like Miles' suit as well, but you can't compare that to a suit like Spider-Man 2099. That
I
just
didn't even
looks
see the
so
suit
cool.
that good.
It was the blue
The
Spider-Man.
blue and the
couldn't see
red
it.
all over the body.
It was
so
all
cool,
blend
man.
in, bro. It was all blend
What
into the
the
background.
fuck?
Oh my god.
You blind, bro, even with glasses.
Bro, did you even see the same trailer at this point?
No,
I'm
bro.
hyped for this movie. Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse is
And
like
it said
my
part,
favorite
part
movie.
1 too.
I'm a little
Yeah.
confused though, like as to why Spider-Man 2099 is attacking Miles at this point. Like,
Yeah,
They're
could be
both
like you
good guys.
Could be like you said that he upset the balance of the multiverse.
yeah, and since Spider-Man 2099 has the technology to do like the
Multiverse hopping.
multiverse hopping and stuff like that, yeah, so he
You think
might be
he's- they're just
trying
gonna
to
be
stop,
boxing. They're just getting
just
boxed.
fix the balance there.
Ooh, maybe they'll introduce him at the end credits for the live action.
From what I've also, that might be the case because I, from seeing this trailer, actually, like, you know what? Now that he's older, I can see live action with him.
Mm-hmm.
He has he has the same quirkiness to him, like Tom Holland, Peter Parker, or mostly Tom Holland, Peter Parker, because
Yep.
he's
You
like the
think in the
youngest
live
one.
action they're gonna actually choose?
So
an
I can
actor?
actually get behind live action one now after seeing this trailer.
Yes.
You think in the live action one they're gonna do they're gonna actually introduce a guy that's just super beefy and he has like a watch or something like
What?
in Deadpool, and then
What?
What the fuck are you talking
You
about?
saying you want Deadpool in the
no. So you know how in Deadpool 2 with a guy that Cage when he has that watch.
Cage? You mean Cable?
Oh, Cable.
Oh, Cable, yeah.
and it's,
No, that's not gonna happen.
You think
Well, no.
Miles Morales
not
is
gonna
gonna
happen.
be Cable?
no. So because
Are you talking about Kingpin?
no, like I'm trying to explain this. So like, cause you're talking about in the live action, the new Spider-Man movie that's coming out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't it gonna have like
No.
the multiverse kind of concept?
Yeah.
Yes.
So you think in the new Spider-Man is coming out,
The live action?
the live action,
Yes.
we're gonna have a guy gonna have a live action guy that
No.
looks similar to the Spider-Man
99?
Yeah,
No, that's not gonna happen.
like that, and then he's gonna have his watch, and he's gonna push it, and then it's gonna be a portal.
No.
He's gonna walk into it. It's gonna
Oh,
card,
no, I
and
see
they're
what
gonna
you're
do
saying.
like an animation form of him going through that.
Maybe as a joke end credit scene, maybe. But
Yeah, that's what I
about
mean.
it.
That's what I'm trying to say as an end
Man, you
credit.
got
I was trying to explain it
you
so
got
much.
me so confused.
I know.
Why'd you even bring up Cable and Deadpool?
Well, I was trying to explain the watch concept.
Another
You
thing.
know?
Like,
But Jesus.
I'm sorry, I'm hyped for Spider-Man 29 to be in this new.
Why are you
Spider-Man
sorry?
movies. Because I'm saying another thing about it. Because I'm not focusing on Miles Morales, who is the main character of this movie, and I'm focusing on specifically.
It's
I hope
okay.
he dies right in
It's
front
okay.
of your eyes.
Spider-Gwen was my favorite.
29.9.
No,
I hope he
anime-
dies.
So one thing we got to focus on here is
All right, let's not talk over each other. Let's not do that anymore.
one thing
What do you-
that I'm gonna mention about Spider-Man 29 is
What? You want to suck his meaty?
no, seriously,
Finger?
I'm being serious here. When we're thinking about Spider-Man 29 here, is he's not exactly a friendly Spider-Man. He will rip your head off.
How do
He
you know
is-
this?
Because he has lost the will to be a superhero. From the scenes I've seen him in, like there was a TV show that came out in like 2016, or like 2012 or something like that, where there was an entire like 5-part series where they went in a Spider-Verse and Spider-Man 29 basically gave up being a superhero at that point. He did not care anymore. So
Oh, so you went to the dark side.
yeah, he's basically not a friendly neighborhood.
That is
Spider-Man.
what I liked about the original Spider-Verse movie is they weren't afraid to get dark. Like when Peter Parker died in the original Spider-Verse movie,
Peter Sparker.
and then his uncle, his uncle Aaron died in front of him too. So yeah, that's they might go dark with this one too.
You know,
'cause
low-key-
they're not afraid to talk about death.
No, they're not.
You know, low key, when Aleksey was describing the show, he said he's seen. I was thinking Ben 10 when he's seen his future self.
All right, moving on.
What's wrong with you?
Yeah, these random references.
I don't know.
Anyway, what are you guys' thoughts before going into the new SAO movie?
I knew what I was getting into. I knew what to expect.
Okay.
I knew what I was getting into.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I
You're a
did.
hater.
Yeah, I knew what I was getting into though.
What
I
about
think,
you?
I think we all knew what we were getting
Yeah.
into.
Yeah, pretty much. We've all seen the
It's basically
anime.
all set.
I was just surprised it came out. I thought it came out like a year. Or
I
so
didn't think
ago,
it was gonna
too.
be a movie though.
It did in Japan.
A year ago.
Well, a few months ago.
You didn't know we were gonna see it as a movie
No,
before walking in?
I didn't know it was gonna be a movie before it came out.
Oh, when they
I thought it was
announced
gonna be a new series where they're just gonna start fresh with more details.
Got-
They're-
Gotcha.
I feel like they're gonna release like 4 or 5 movies. Like
That's
Probably.
probably what's gonna happen. Yes,
which is gonna be lit. We get to watch it 4 more times. Jesus,
I would love that.
why do you look so
So-
disappointed?
So I love the first arc, which is what the movie encapsulates. And I wasn't sure how they were going to fit all this content into the movie, but now after having watched it, without getting into spoilers, they don't. But I was also interested in seeing Asuna's side since I never read the novel.
I never.
I was
and they
literally
just-
about to
Me
go
neither.
spoiler.
They also skipped
I was
over
gonna
a lot.
talk about so many things right now.
Yeah, hyped to talk about this. We like that. All right. With that, let's get into the spoiler-free review.
It's gonna be all negative though.
All right, spoiler-free review of Sword Art Online Progressive Aria of the Starless Night. God damn, that's a
That
long
was
title.
a weird name of it though. Like, why is it called that?
Yeah,
Because it's a song. I don't know.
Bro, it's because
it
all,
does look like a song.
Bro, it's all because anime names, like their titles are so
They're
long now.
edgy,
and
bro.
They're all long now.
Sword Art Online Progressive Aria of the Starless Night was released October 30th of 2021, starring Ryan Colt Levy and Kaylee McKee, directed by Ayako Kawano. Plot summary. There's no way to beat the game. The only difference is when you die is when and where you die. 1 month after Kayaba's game of death began, the death toll continues to rise. 2,000 players have already lost their lives to this ultra difficult VR MMO, World of Sword Art Online. On the day of the strategy meeting to plan out the first boss battle, Kirito, a solar player who vows to fight alone to get stronger, runs into a rare, high-level female player, Asuna. She gracefully dispatches powerful monsters with a single rapier that flashes like a shooting star into the night.
Damn, they described the whole freaking
Yeah, I
movie
know, right? That's such a
there.
long description. Jeez. And the title, too. That's a lot of words I just said. All right, what are you guys' overall thoughts without getting into spoilers?
It's better than the show so far.
Mhm.
That's all.
I like I said this yesterday. I like they clean out the animation. I mean, the show is a
Because
lot.
it's a movie. Yeah.
It
I
just
don't know.
looks-
To me, it looked a little worse.
What?
Really?
Are you fucking
Animation wise,
serious?
especially in the last.
I don't know. I like
Really?
it. I like it all. I like what
I
it looks so
loved it.
clean.
Bro,
It
did
looks
you
so pretty
rewatch
and
the
clean.
original?
No,
Well, the original came out in like 2010, didn't it?
2012.
2014.
2012.
I thought.
2012.
So I think 10 years of advanced
Nearly 10 years.
Of, yeah, computer
nearly.
technology.
Yeah.
Well, it's not like the drawings themselves get advanced.
No,
it's not
but-
like
but it's
video
also-
game
no,
graphics.
but like it's the background I'm talking about. I like how they improve it more.
The color scheme was a lot better, too, yeah.
Yeah.
Everything was a lot shinier.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I like it so much more.
It's a lot better than the original.
Yeah. So I thought it was some great animation like you guys were talking about. I thought it was an interesting new character, but I was a little sad that it didn't really I don't want to say any spoilers. So we'll
Javier
just leave it
said
there.
that apparently the new character was there in the show.
Oh, really?
She
I didn't know
was.
that.
You go if you. I don't remember what episode. I think it's 5 or 6. You see her in the war meeting when they're talking about going to defeat the next boss.
They
Oh,
literally
okay.
don't give her any attention.
No, yeah, no, she's just a background character. You just gotta look back there, and she's there.
Well, I guess it makes sense since we're looking at it from Kirito's perspective.
Yeah, and like you just
In the
pointed
show,
out, the
yeah.
show is all about Kirito, and now
Mhm.
we're gonna learn. Now we're gonna see Asuna's perspective.
Yeah,
and
I
that's
guess that
fun.
makes sense. It's also
For my
yeah,
waifu.
it had some funny moments in it, which I thought were better. Like comedic wise were better than the show was.
Yeah, the show's cringe.
Yeah.
When it comes to comedy, at some point.
Yes, I'll
That's
give you
why
that.
I love the SAO abridged because that one.
That's
it's
as
funny.
I was watching this movie, I was like, "Oh, wait a minute!" I was laughing my ass off because I was thinking of SAO Bridge. Because you know what, I know the scene. It's funny as
I
hell.
wish they got them
Bro,
to work on this.
I
movie.
really wish that was the case
Bro,
as well. Because that would have
Aleksey,
been so great.
If you would have went with us on Friday, like
I had work.
like almost everyone in the audience, I think, laughed at that scene you talked about too.
Yeah,
Alright.
we'll talk about it in a little bit.
I got one
Yeah,
thing
but
to
I-
say about my
Oh my-
audience.
What happened with your audience?
They laughed so awful. They had such ugly laughs the entire time.
That reminds me, at our audience, there were two fucking anime nerds like right next to me.
Oh,
And they were
I did hear.
so annoying.
Yeah, I did hear some whispering on your side, but it was like further away from me, so I didn't.
There's
It
guys, the
didn't
guys
ruin my
behind us were
experience.
talking too.
Like they were,
Because I didn't realize, but Luis was right behind us. I heard him talking.
Okay.
but like they were. I don't know if they ever had a conversation before. Like if they know how to talk normal day to day.
Oh,
Because they were like pointing things out in the show. They were like, "Hey, that's that thing from the show,"
It's like, yes, this movie is based on the show.
and they were just like, "Oh shit, man! You know what sucks? Like Kirito's in here yet. He's my favorite."
Oh my
And I'm
god!
like, "Oh yeah,
Stop saying.
that's cool.
That
That's
reminds
cool
me
to
of the
hear."
movie we just watched, A Christmas Story, where the Ralphie's in line and the kid's like, I like blah, blah, blah.
I like Santa.
Yeah, I like Santa. And he's like, great. All right.
That kid creeped me out. I was like, I want to slap
We'll talk
him.
about that later. But yeah, overall, other than Jesus sitting next to bad people, for me, it was a good audience experience.
And they were loud as fuck.
I get, yeah, you always have bad movie theater experiences no matter where we go.
Well, technically, I took a seat. I just realized
You
that.
did take my fucking seat.
I asked you if you wanted it. I said, you want to move down? We can move
No,
down.
because he already sat down. So what the
Bro,
fuck's the point?
dude, that's not a freaking problem.
All
You
right.
got rotated.
What do you guys rate it out of 10?
It's an 8.
7.5.
It's 7.
Ooh, okay. I have it at an 8 right now. So the audiences, or let's look at some online ratings. The critics didn't give any scores. So Metascore, Rotten Tomatoes.
No one wanted to
No,
watch
they
this.
didn't want to watch. The critics didn't want to watch it.
They're
There's
not
0
fans, though.
scores. The audience on IMDb gave it a 7.3 out of 10, and the Rotten Tomato audience gave it a 93%. So the average for all these scores is an 83%.
I will
Nice.
never trust anime audiences for anything because they just love sucking their show's dicks. Even if the movie was bad, I'm sure they would have gave it an amazing.
I mean, you're
score.
not wrong. Yeah.
I think the reason why though, because a lot anime doesn't really in theaters too much, like movies and stuff like
Well,
that.
it's
so-
not in theaters in America very much.
Yeah, that's why people in America when an anime.
Yeah, they
movie-
just bust a load in their pants if anything's on the
Yeah,
fucking
bro.
screen.
Duh.
Kirito
When you
could
wanna
have been
do
taking
that-
a shit on the screen
Oh!
for half an hour and they would have ate it
And
up.
all you would hear is all in the
They
background.
probably would have taken it as a comedy scene. And they probably would have said, "No, this is funny, so I'm gonna give it like a 10 out of 10."
Oh my god. All right. Now, before we jump into the spoiler for the review,
Bro, now I think about that scene. In the
hey,
movie,
let me
though.
transition. Let me transition. All right, before we jump into the spoiler-free review, like, comment, subscribe. It really help me out. Also follow these guys on their social media. Links will be in the description. We are also on most of the podcast platforms, so give us a listen anywhere at any time.
You
Are we on
guys
Red
say
Bull?
any, God damn it! I was about to
Red
threaten you, bro.
Yeah, because I seen the Red Bull. I go on their like
They're not sponsoring
website?
us, so we don't need to
yeah
do
their
that.
website. I go on their website and scroll down, and
Why do you go to Red Bull's website?
Don't question what I do, okay? I'm bored sometimes, and I just go through energy drinks. And I think about
Why?
why do you watch bad movies?
Because it's entertaining.
Yeah, bro, you're literally wasting your life energy on these fucking shit movies.
You're not wrong though.
Bro, if you would do something productive with it, like give a review or something, then
You know,
it'd be
I like to
understandable.
start doing that. I'll start writing down stuff about it. I will do that.
It's
and
literally
Especially since we're on a movie review podcast, and every time I ask what you guys watched this week, you're always like, I don't remember.
you know what? I will actually start doing that.
Yeah,
I,
okay.
didn't, I
That'd be
really
good.
didn't watch anything this week. That's the problem.
That was me last week. Anyway, let's
I
get
watched
into
a
the
bunch of stuff.
Let's get into the spoiler-filled discussion. All right, right, let's take an in-depth review of Sword Art Online Progressive Aria of the Starless Night. Goddamn.
Can you
All right.
just say ours at the start of this?
I'm just gonna say SAO movie. All right. Any certain scenes or
Which
moments?
The beginning fucking scene where fucking Asuna's stupid parents.
Oh
are in
yeah, I
the
want to talk about that.
I didn't even
movie.
know she had a brother.
No,
All right.
did I? I was so blown away by that.
Let me set it up. All right, so Asuna hanging out with Mito. So this is a little later, but I'm going to go backwards. All right, it was interesting to see Asuna's family life. For example, I didn't know her mom was such a jerk.
They show that in the show.
I thought it was
Really?
the most
Yeah.
generic
Did
fucking
they?
parent dynamic.
That's true, though.
the mom was a jerk in the show too.
Yeah, because she was like forcing her to marry some dude or
Oh,
something.
that's
I thought that
right.
was the
In season 2?
father that was forcing the marriage in season 2.
No, the father is pretty chill. He just wants her to just have his daughter have fun with her
Yeah.
life more.
For me, it was also surprising to see that Asuna wasn't very good at video games because the way she's set up in the anime, she's a top-ranking SAO player.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
She
I
was
guess it makes sense, like given the now context of her
Survival.
being teamed up with someone who is a
Ex-baby.
beater.
No,
You could,
Oh wait,
just a
she's not a
beta.
beater.
She's
She's a
just a
beta,
beta, yeah.
beta tester.
she's just a beta tester, bro. She ain't Kirito.
It's
Let her.
so funny that everyone laughed at the stupid beater thing.
Because it's so
It's
stupid,
a
yeah.
cringy scene, yes, I admit.
I'm
Bro,
glad.
you're a
beater.
I was legit
Beater.
upset that they didn't say beater for like the longest time. I thought they like took that out.
No.
It's some gold.
Oh, speaking of that, you know the scene with Kibal.
All right, let's not jump ahead
I'm
yet.
I'm just saying. All I thought of was this SEO bridge firing.
Yeah, me too. I was thinking the same thing.
I think
Beta testers.
I was also thinking. No, we'll talk about it later.
No,
All right.
so,
Also-
okay, one more thing. So he's talking about that scene. I think about the bridge, like you guys talk about. I think about when they introduced the guy.
Chocolate Thunder. Yeah.
But
anyway,
That doesn't have to do with the movie.
Anyway, let's focus on this part. The way they set Mito up seemed like she's gonna be like some sort of rival to Asuna at first, because they were both top-ranking students. And then when they got friendly with each other, I thought it was gonna be some romance or something.
I hate
for a
that.
solid second.
Yeah,
I
can see
hate that these main characters are also Mary Sue's, just like fucking Kirito. I hate that that's like their most quote unquote interesting trait is that they're really good at doing things. They can do no wrong. Except Asuna, she can only she's slightly worse compared to Mito, but she's still an A+ fucking student in everything she fucking does.
I hate that Asuna only has like one move.
The striking move.
Yeah, like, that's all she did. All she did.
No, in the boss. Well, I don't want to talk about.
That's
it.
All right,
all
let's
she
go
did.
into Asuna's first time in SAO.
Wait, are we gonna talk about the parents?
Oh yeah, we
just
can talk
did.
more. I thought we did already.
They're trash and they have the most generic lines of like, oh, you better do good in school or I'm gonna hate you.
You're gonna be
Don't-
dishonored
they're not
to your
even-
family.
They're not even characters at
Yeah,
that
not
point.
really.
The only thing that threw me off was the fact that she had a brother.
Dude, that blew my mind.
And he fucking runs away
Well,
like
he
as
get-
soon as possible.
well,
Did he run away?
No, he got sent. He
He leaves.
yeah, he gets sent.
He goes to work or something.
He goes across
to America. There we go.
Oh.
to have a field trip or some shit.
Okay.
He was like an executive or something for the dad's company. He's like, "Don't go
He was
have
learning to
don't
be
go
an
have
executive.
fun over there. You better be working.
All
No
right, I'm gonna
partying."
answer this phone call from Scott. You guys want to talk about Asuna's first time in SAO?
Yeah, sure. Asuna's first time, like at first they were doing good and all that. They had fun for a little bit, but Asuna was still. She felt entitled to me, at the start. Like
Why?
I don't know, she just did. Like she wanted to be babied. It felt like.
What?
Well, like he's saying like how she was.
I don't get your point at all.
He was trying to say like how she overall acted in the like in the.
She
game.
was confused.
I
She
get
asked
that.
an NPC where the fuck her
Yes, I
friend
get
is.
that, but I was talking more
It
like.
was also her very first game that she's ever played like that.
Like, I don't see that she was entitled at all. At the bare minimum, she was frustrated that she can't play these games as good as her friend can. But
That's fair enough.
it's
Maybe
not like-
because since I'm used to see these type of games, and I'm seeing like such a new player.
it's not like she's asking Mito to like give her all the good items
Mito only gives
give her XP.
I don't
or
know.
some
She just
shit.
felt like she got everything right off the bat. You know?
I don't see
Yeah.
that at all.
I don't see that at all, bro. I think you're being a little extreme about
She was
it.
struggling
might be.
against the mini.
Yeah, but she wasn't entitled.
Maybe
That's not-
maybe I used the wrong term.
Yes, you did. I think.
Well, Alexi's trying to say that Asuna, off the bat, was already giving OP gear.
Yeah.
And like everything OP, but I don't, in the movie, it does not show it like that.
Yeah, I wouldn't say OP. More like better than the rest of the players.
And that's
But-
just because she had a friend
She
who
was
already
hooked
had
up.
that,
Yeah, she was hooked up.
And that's
Pretty much.
different, though. If you had a friend that was willing to help you grind through and get up higher, then that's whole different.
All right, yeah.
That's true.
Do you know the funniest scene in the beginning actually that we glossed over?
What?
Is they show right at the beginning Mito in her dude avatar
Oh yeah,
trying to clear the dungeon, and then Kirito like beats her to it.
yeah.
And then she just
Why
lays
did
down
she
and starts
cry,
crying.
though? Like, what was up with that?
I guess she wants to be the best. Is her motivation.
I bet she was disappointed, though.
But it
she
was
really
so
worked
pathetic
hard.
looking.
That's
It was
true.
like, why
Yeah.
are you upset by
There
this?
was a few audience members laughing at that.
I laughed.
Yeah,
I don't know. My audience
Yeah,
didn't
that was
laugh at
fun.
I
that.
think
I was like,
Amtisha left.
I was just confused by like, what the fuck?
It's just funny how much she I don't know. She's.
I like the
passionate
part
about this
where
game, I guess.
Kirito recognized when Asuna described the Scythe character. I was like, oh, I recognize this character.
That's
So-
the one who was crying because
She was
I
a
beat her.
beater.
All right. Next, I want to talk about Asuna and Kirito.
First meeting.
Yeah, let's do.
The surprise
Kirito
one?
saves Asuna. So this is my favorite scene. So after being surrounded by countless enemies, Asuna is left to fend off on her own. Her friend didn't see any chance of saving her, and Asuna's HP is very close to zero. A mini boss comes in to finish her off, but just as he's about to, Kirito swoops in and saves the day. He destroys the mini boss with almost no effort. And the interaction between the two characters after, I think, is funny.
It's funny, and I can
The
relate to it, but
fucking
that's how
movie
I-
starts sucking Kirito's dick, showing how fucking big
Bro, calm
and
down.
strong
He was
he
barely in the
is.
movie, okay? Calm down.
He pops out of the fucking
know
sky
you have
out
a
of
hate mode
nowhere.
We get it. You don't like Kirito.
He pops out of fucking nowhere.
It's
Bro.
a very cliche scene as well.
Bro,
Like,
he was probably just...
oh, main character's about to die. Boom, let's send in the other main character to save her.
Yeah, let's put this fake suspense that everyone fucking knows that she's not gonna die.
Yeah, well, yeah, if you've seen the show, you know she lives forever.
Also, they spent way too much time setting up her character just for her to die at some
Yeah,
random
so-
schmo.
Yeah, there was.
But then...
And
So this is
the
what-
way they set it up as well for her to get in that situation was so obvious. Like, don't attack the monster that has the red ball in its head.
Literally
Otherwise-
30
Well, she did.
Yeah, she did.
And then
Remember?
that's exactly what
Yeah,
happened.
but like
No, but she didn't do
literally
it.
30 seconds before, they're like talking about like, yeah, if you see this creature, don't hit it.
yeah, so
Obviously setting up like, oh yeah, something's gonna cause it to get
I mean,
hit.
it's stupid. Like, I get they had to set something up, but still,
For
don't
me,
make
I
it
just
that
like
obvious.
I just like the action in the scene.
it was good
The action was good, yeah.
I like the fact she was able to destroy all the monsters.
Exactly.
That hyped me up. I was like,
She's got some skills.
"Damn."
Even though she was up against the wall against the mini boss,
There was a lot.
She cleared off all the minions.
I don't know why Mito had to exit the party to
yeah,
fucking
I don't know why
leave her.
either.
Maybe she was just heartbroken or
She
something.
just didn't want to see the HP drop below zero.
Yeah,
maybe
it could
I
be
don't know.
that.
Because remember, in the movie, it showed like she did have the same reaction as Asuna, but in her dreams, right?
How the fuck did Asuna never see the fucking health bar?
She's stupid. Okay, like she's a next
She's
level
waifu
stupid.
material, bro.
No, she's next level stupid when it comes to MMOs. Okay,
She must be very narrow visioned.
she might be. Yeah.
Also, I hate Kirito's voice actor.
Really?
I got
Yeah.
used
I
to
don't
it.
mind
I
it.
got used to it very quickly because
I don't know.
I watched them
if you
both-
listen to the sub, I like it better.
I watched them both in sub and dub. Okay, so
I
I'm
hated-
used to both.
I hated Asuna's voice actor until she like became more confident in her character.
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough.
Because yeah, it was way too high pitched.
Okay.
What do you guys think about the music?
Well, it was dope.
The music is fine.
I had a
It was
I had
hit
a
and
few
miss.
problems with it. I had a few problems with it.
Wait,
Really?
what? Through the shit.
Should I talk about it now or
Some of the
Yeah, you can talk about it now.
yeah.
Actually, now that I think about it, there were a few like sound effects, not music, that I didn't enjoy.
mainly the battle music would bother me because I
Which-
really loved like in the actual anime.
Mm-hmm.
I really loved the battle music there, and they did not use that nearly enough in this. They like adjusted a bit, and it took away from the epicness of it.
Because it's a movie.
Well,
Because
yes,
if you
but
hear the
still.
same fucking song a billion times throughout the movie, it's gonna get stale.
Hey, that's
that's
not
true.
true. I've watched the show like 60 times already.
Yeah, but that's a show.
The reason why I'm
Plus,
saying
you're a
this
big
is-
fan of it, so of course you're gonna love
The
it.
reason why I say this is because in the boss battle towards the end, there's this epic song that plays in it, but they didn't use it until like the last hit of the fight, and then it's hit like the climax of the song. It's like, come on, guys.
Well, because it's supposed to be a nostalgia trip for people who've seen
it
the
wasn't
show.
a good nostalgia trip, okay?
This is too short for you.
It was way too short. Because the music was supposed to start off the moment they entered the boss battle room. The music was supposed to hit like that, okay? And it did not do that.
Well, guess what? You're not
It
getting
started
paid
off.
for
It started off soft,
music
okay?
placement.
Wait, what did you guys think of the new design for the boss, the floor 1 boss?
I actually didn't mind it, although
was fine.
the way the boss moved was not as cool as the
We'll
original.
jump to that part in a bit. All right, let's
That's like the end of the
Yeah,
movie.
that's the
That's
very
why I
end.
didn't. That's why I didn't want to talk about it too
You
much.
were
right now.
talking
That's why
about the music about it.
Yes, that's why I asked if you guys want me to talk about it now.
There's
Yeah,
a
the music is
couple.
fine.
There's a couple music tracks that sounded like a bunch of fart noises. But that's fine.
You know they made a new song for this movie, right? From the
Yeah, they play at the end credits.
but I didn't really hear.
I
it
actually
too
enjoyed
much.
that.
I didn't hear. Everyone was talking.
That's
And
true.
leaving.
All
Same
right,
time.
let's talk next about Asuna and Kirito meeting in the dungeon. So Asuna feels betrayed and worthless. She spends her days battling hordes of enemies to level up. But in reality, she's given up hope. And just as she's about to collapse from exhaustion, Kirito comes again to save her life.
Surprise!
I think it's interesting how Kirito plays off his kindness for other people by pretending to be selfish.
yes.
I'm glad that Kirito isn't as perfect and infallible as he always fucking is.
I mean,
they
he's
set up
it's
all-
still there though.
Yeah, but like they show like a couple scenes like with the stupid sheathing his sword and he misses.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, all right, I'll just leave with it in hand.
I like his awkwardness because I can relate to that a lot.
It's almost like you're
Aleksey.
supposed to self-insert yourself into the character
The
to
awkwardness
make you feel good. No,
Oh.
like you're supposed to feel good about Kirito because he's supposed to be like a portrayal of you trying to be a self-insert character.
Hmm.
That's why he gets
Interesting.
with all the girls, like all of them.
That's why
Yeah,
it
that's
becomes a
true.
harem character in the
That's
show.
Yeah.
It's not as bad as in the first
No, it's not.
season or the first arc, but it
Although-
does get worse.
I did like the parts, like obviously, how since it's not from Kirito's perspective, it's all from Asuna's, and then when we get to see certain perspectives that correlate with Kirito's side of the story from the show,
Mhm.
it's like, oh, cool, that's how they met, and that's how things happen. So I really enjoyed that.
Yeah.
I legit thought that Asuna was gonna kill herself. Like
Yeah, it
she
seemed
was
like it.
so
She was.
depressed.
well, because
bro.
she said I'm gonna die by on my own terms, so I thought she was gonna
Her terms were depressing
unalive herself.
Well, she kind of was by just battling monsters. She was
for
like,
4 days.
yeah. She's like, I don't care. If I die, I die.
How did she not become super OP after 4 days of
Well,
like
she's
Kirito was still
Actually,
OP though.
You know she was OP. Don't
But-
you remember? We
at
can't-
the end. They said that she
Yeah.
was a top-ranking player.
yeah, but
she-
Kirito
there's
was
top-
still stronger than her.
Kirito's number.
Kirito's on another level.
Kirito was number 1.
Because of course he is.
She's like a bronze league, and he's like diamond.
Actually, no.
He's diamond from day
according-
one.
Remember, according to the lady, Kirito's number 1, and she said the top 2 players in the
Yeah,
game.
that's true. So she's
Asuna
number
was number 2.
There's
Okay,
just a
okay.
huge like mountain between
Yeah,
them.
so Kirito's probably like level 300 or something
Was-
already. And then Asuna only was like level 25.
Oh yeah, she was low.
Yeah, well, she's
She's an
low-ish.
obtainable level, yeah.
But like Kirito was over here level 300, just like, oh, let me just walk over there. Oh yeah, we're good. Now it's over. Now to the next ball. Oh, that one.
Alright.
Oh yeah. Jesus is like, yeah, this is so approvable.
Now
Well-
next, I want to jump to a moment that I think should be cut. We'll talk about you guys in a second. So this is Asuna meeting Mito again. So after deciding to face the first dungeon boss with Kirito, Asuna sees her old friend Mito. Heartbroken. She doesn't initially say anything to her. I think their interaction should have waited for the next movie, because it seems like Mito was just a character in the story that didn't have any payout. They just introduced her for the sake of having Asuna have a plot.
I agree with you there that it should have waited for at least like the next movie or whatever they're going to do next.
But in canon, she shows up at that dungeon.
it's a dumb moment, honestly, because they're about to fight a boss.
Yeah, and then it's like,
And-
wait, I'm
and
sorry.
There's no time for you to be getting
Yeah.
all
Emotional.
Well,
emotional
she-
at
they-
this scene.
Well, yeah.
You
so
know
they
what that
do a
reminds me?
midway boss battle.
Like Mito goes back to the house, but apparently Asuna doesn't go back to the house.
Yeah, I guess she doesn't.
Because
want
if they
to.
would have just like met each other back at the house, they'd
Like,
be like,
"Oh,
"Oh
you're alive."
shit,
See-
you're alive."
See, no, the funny part is I was about to start talking about that with the, you know how you said if Kirito would just shat on the in scene, that everyone would be like, oh, and started laughing about. I was thinking about the bath scene.
Oh,
I hated that as her motivation for continuing was so stupid because she just wanted a better bathtub.
Bro,
Sometimes-
come on,
well,
bro.
I mean, if you're living on the streets and hygiene sounds like a paradise to you.
It's a
It didn't make
terrible
sense to me how
motivation.
the fuck she was on the street. She beat like a billion fucking creatures. It's not like all the money was in her account.
Maybe they don't drop currency. Maybe just XP and items.
I'm assuming they drop
Well, they
currency,
get
otherwise-
money somehow,
Yeah.
and it was probably split evenly with Mito, so it's not like she should have been completely broke.
So her motivation is just crap. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, I can.
It was just great to me.
But yeah, I agree with
It was
you there.
great.
That part
Should have been cut.
Her, yeah, should have been cut with her having that emotional scene right before our boss battle.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't before.
I don't think
Yeah,
it should have
was
been.
during.
It was, yeah,
It
it
was-
was in it.
It was,
during.
it was like literally. It
In the middle of it.
was
Yeah.
right after that guy who dies when he says, "Oh yeah, I was a beta tested too."
I don't think it should have been cut. I think it should have been changed. Instead of Kirito being the one that introduces her to the house and shit, like in the original show, they do that shit after the first dungeon, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like it should have been like Asuna meets up with Mito by chance back at their old house while she's picking shit up. And then
make
they
amends.
reconnect and they talk through shit, and then they still have a falling out, but then they reconnect by the end at the dungeon.
That would have
see.
been more lit.
What are some moments you guys think should have been cut? Or
Not the
The
changed?
bath
Much.
scene.
What?
The
The
bath,
bath
scene.
scene.
Okay, yeah, I agree. Yeah, that could
The
work.
which one?
The bath scene where Asuna takes a bath.
Oh,
And Kirito just happens to have tea right outside the door.
I can't tell if he was lying or not.
I don't know
he
either.
probably was just, yep, this is me, my waifu right here.
That scene where she's eating the cream was
I hate
was a
that
little
scene.
weird.
Yeah, I don't like that scene. Even in the original
I had a
anime.
problem with that too. They made Asuna really like sexualized in this movie.
Did
Like
they?
in the anime, it's not that bad, but in this one,
I think that would be the scene I want.
like they had a scene where we were looking at her butt, and then they had
Did
a
they?
scene.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
she was
did.
like, "Oh my god!" And she, the classic anime.
Were
with
we
the butt
watching
out.
a different movie or
Yeah.
It's
something?
the same movie.
I don't remember what scene
I
it
don't
was in,
remember
but I
anything
know
over
he-
sexualized.
Yeah, and then she was taking a bath, and then at the beginning she was changing her clothes into the school
That's
outfit.
because you're desensitized.
Yeah, you're just like, oh, that's normal.
I watch too much.
Oh man, that's. I don't know if I. Okay.
Hey, when you
Damn.
watch, see, remember, you
And
watch
I'm
this
just like,
One
chill
Piece,
out, guys.
okay?
She's like 14.
Yeah, shit.
Ouch.
It's like let's calm down here with this sexualizing 14-year-olds Japan. Let's not do that.
Yeah, totally.
All right, but what are you guys' favorite moments in the movie then?
My favorite part is Mito and Asuna playing Tekken.
Oh yeah, that was cool.
That's it.
I'm surprised they were allowed.
Just like Tekken reference in there.
Yeah, they play Tekken. That's cool.
I'm surprised they allowed to show that in that
Well,
movie.
it's probably owned by Namco.
Mm-hmm. What about you guys, Alexi, Javier?
That's tough actually because I don't think I have a favorite moment,
Okay, fair enough.
and that's saying a lot because I really like SAO. And
I'm sure you probably.
It's
one of
not
the
because that
action-
there's a
No,
l-
I'm saying I'm sure that one of the action scenes would be your favorite.
Yes, I agree, but the fact that I don't actually have a favorite moment, not because that there's a lot of moments that I like, but because I just didn't actually have a favorite
None that
moment.
stood out to you.
Nothing that stood out. Yeah.
I think my favorite moment's when Asuna gets her sword.
Which one? Because she gets two. One from
The one
Kirito.
from Mito.
Okay.
Because
yeah.
my favorite, my
It didn't
original
even.
favorite
It
moment.
didn't even look all that different. Like it's supposed to be like a light blue, right?
Yeah.
That's the bit. Remember, the sword's a baby. I think she upgrades it along the way.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
true.
I'm just saying it looks very much the same as the sword that Kirito gave her.
That's what I was thinking
Well,
too.
I think Kirito, remember, also probably knows what that little guy was at, probably too.
I know the reason why I don't have
'Cause
favorite.
Remember, he gets it. Mito gets it from killing that little rat guy.
All I'm saying is that both swords look the same.
What were you saying,
The
Alexi?
reason why I don't have a favorite is because I'm still comparing them to the original, like the first two episodes, and I prefer like the final fight, the animation in that final fight in the episode. I honestly think is better than in this
Oh, really?
movie.
What the fuck?
And so I prefer that better. So if I was to say favorite, it would be the final fight from the original.
That's
I guess because the original had less emotions and dialogue in it.
Well, the way they fought, the way Kirito fought the Kobold Lord was more entertaining compared to the way they fought it here.
this was way more entertaining in my case.
Like, I don't know.
This one was more-
the way that the boss jumped up from like right when the battle starts. It jumped up. The music was there. It was great. It was very hyped
jumps.
up. Yeah, the big jump. The way they animated it.
That's the best part.
Yeah, the way he jumped down and started. He did that. He did that really cool superhero landing without the pose and everything. But it was a very cool scene in the original. But they didn't do that here because the way they animated the boss, it just wasn't the same. You know.
So the lack of big jump makes you
You're
It wasn't as
oversimplifying it.
epic.
Dude, that's the only part of it you
wasn't-
mentioned, the big jump.
It wasn't as epic, I think, is what he means.
Yes, it was not as epic because the music was missing.
The choreography for the fighting was a lot better in
That's
this.
true.
though.
Yeah, I
It was a
said
lot
that-
more fluid.
I said in the movie,
Like not even the
feels
fluidity,
cleaner.
it was just more. It was more interesting.
That too.
I liked the movie more actually compared to the show. To be honest,
The
Aleksey,
movie was
because
good because I liked the other perspective, but I'm now combining the two of them, and I still prefer the other one.
I'm glad that Kirito doesn't get all the fucking glory.
Screen time- yeah,
Yes, I
screen
agree
time.
with you there.
I like how they show the. I don't know. I like how they with the final boss, they kind of show like the little minions being brought back in, like it looks like little orbs. just
Yeah.
I
on the
can't
floor.
wait for.
I think that
I
was
like,
interesting.
yeah, they showed a lot of like mechanics of the game in the movie. Like
Which is-
things I didn't know how it worked.
Yeah, and it's funny because the creator of the light novels didn't know how an MMO worked.
So he was just
He
like,
did-
I guess.
Like when he
it's
first wrote the first couple of books or whatever, he's never played a game like that, so he didn't know how the games worked.
This
and,
reminds me of like now that you mentioned that, it reminds me of like Ready Player One, where the creator of the author of the book didn't like know newer games because like you saw like Pac-Man and stuff in Ready Player One.
Oh, yeah.
and it's just like, oh, those are old school games, and then this is supposed to be the future.
yeah.
Well, it's
That's
because
what's
the
great.
book was written like.
Yeah, years ago, like
Yeah.
the 80s or something.
And the UI doesn't make any sense. It takes too long.
yeah, this one's a lot cleaner now.
What were we talking about before we move on to Ready Player One? I forgot because I had something to say
We're
about.
talking about the final boss scene stuff.
All right. Anyway, what do you think?
there
What do you
was
think
some-
about that?
Anyway.
Why do you think about that? Some thoughts I had were, will Mito play another role in the story?
Yes, because obviously, like you guys said, you saw her character in like the meeting they had in the later episodes from the original, right?
Mm,
So obviously, she's gonna play a bigger
I
role.
hope so, because otherwise they just set her up for nothing.
I think
Yeah.
if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, it's the big meeting, and then Asuna and Kirito like go under the tree, and
Oh,
Kirito's
okay.
just
So
being
it's like
lazy.
episode
Oh.
6 or something.
Yeah,
I literally thought that she was like a throwaway
character.
That's what I was
character,
hoping.
like in most anime films, and I thought she would die by the end.
Yeah, I
She
thought
re-
she would die too.
She
She's
reminded
she's
me.
even in the very end of the movie.
She
The
So
show.
she
reminded
survives.
me of the character from season 2, the last episode of season 2. She reminded me of that character.
Oh,
You
I
know,
didn't
you know what I'm
finish
talking
that.
about?
Yuki something.
Oh,
The girl who passes away.
Oh,
Oh, bro, I didn't finish. I'm never gonna finish it. Whatever.
that was so
I recommend
sad.
it because actually that scene got very emotional.
No.
actually.
I don't care.
All right. So another question I had, maybe Javier you can answer. Who was the last character at the end of the movie who was saying that they're both
That's the broker. That's also another beta
Oh yeah,
tester.
the info broker.
Yeah, remember they're gonna show. Okay, so the next episode is gonna be
Movie.
2 and the next. Well, I mean, like for the
It's gonna be basically where
3
the
and
party
4.
gets wiped, right?
it's gonna be 3, but we're not gonna see that perspective. Remember?
Oh yeah, it's gonna be
That's
from
from
Asuna's perspective.
This is awesome. So now we're gonna see what she does during the Christmas season and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
Because in 2 and 3 in the show, it's Kirito's perspective. Remember?
He joins the guild, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
what the hell does she do? Because in those
That's
few
what I'm about to see.
episodes,
I'm about to see.
I
like-
wonder if she's gonna see fucking Kirito just fucking
Be depressed as hell.
unintentionally
just cheating on her constantly.
What do you mean? They're not together.
They're not together
What are you
yet.
talking
Later
about? They're just a
on.
bunch
All right. What do you guys rate this out of 10?
It's a 6.
no, it's not.
He bumped it down. What about you, Alexi?
7.5 still.
It's still an 8 for me. I like it.
Okay. I'll give it an A. It was enjoyable. It wasn't that great.
All right,
but
I'll
was-
give it 6.5.
I just had a fun experience with you guys. All right.
I think this would probably be the best one out of all of them.
Out of your movie
I'll accept
experiences?
that since this guy hates the franchise.
I mean, I'm kind of on the same like position as him. I love the first arc. Gungale is okay, but the others arcs,
Alfheim.
yeah, Elfheim specifically. I'm just like,
Why? I actually enjoy.
Like to
Alfheim.
me,
You
it's-
like
you
that
like
arc?
you like that
I
he,
don't
that
like
his
that
cousin
arc
wants to
either.
have incest with him.
What the fuck?
Kirito's
what,
cousin.
did
No,
you
not
not see the
that.
show?
That's not. Why?
That's like 80% of the show.
His cousin
You gotta
lusting
ignore
over
that.
him.
One,
You gotta go past the incest.
Yes.
well,
You
no,
gotta
bro.
ignore that.
Even season 2, she still shows that she's madly
She's like,
in love
oh
with him.
man, I really wanna.
You gotta ignore that, okay?
That's
Get
like
with my
that's like
cousin.
most of that season.
Ignore it.
She's the biggest character there.
Ignore
Exactly,
it. Just
this
watch
is-
it.
So what you'd like if you literally had like a super
Action,
cut where you
the
cut her out?
The
and-
overpowered character that starts off as.
I also
like,
just
right off
I
the
don't know.
bat, you
I hate
like
the
that.
elf world in general. It's just
it's fucking boring.
the designs for it. I don't like the big
Actually,
pointy ears.
Season 3 isn't too bad, actually.
I haven't seen season 3.
I don't know. I haven't watched the second part of season 3
I
because
haven't
I don't want to
finished the
watch it in
second
sub.
part,
I don't want to watch it in sub. I'm too lazy to watch it in sub. I'm waiting for the dub to come out. And
It gets very brutal though.
Okay, so
It's good. It's good.
all right, let's look at some reviews. So the only website that wrote reviews was the Rotten Tomato audience. It says 5 out of 5. Makes me want to rewatch SAO all over again. Now where's my part 2?
Gross.
That's it.
You think they'll anime?
That's the only
Alfheim?
review?
Well, no, there's
Oh,
more
okay.
reviews, but they're only on the Rotten Tomatoes
Okay,
audience.
gotcha.
You guys think they'll actually do the Alfheim?
They
I
better
hope
not.
not.
No,
Why?
they better not.
They
It's
just-
a waste,
they
of,
better
it's
skip
a
it.
waste
No,
of money.
That is a
That's
giant
what
waste.
killed SAO for me.
Same.
That's probably what.
That's
the
what
only
makes
reason
it-
it killed it.
I was
SEO,
on board until Elfheim.
Yeah, I would say
It's because they rushed it all.
Just because it was just horrible story.
They rushed it.
for
It
me.
was bad. What's the most memorable thing about Alfheim?
When he fought against the
guy?
salamanders.
Yeah, the salamander.
The whole army thing, the way he fight, like the leader of the salamanders.
Was anything in that season better than an Aincrad?
No.
Exactly.
To be honest,
So
were
it's
on
almost
an
like the show got worse.
They
at
were
that
on an
point.
upward trajectory, and then
Bro,
it's
you're
like,
giving the sea
bam.
hail.
to be honest, that's what made me frustrated about. Like, I love SAO.
if they just
It's
went
my favorite show to watch.
for me, if they went from SAO to Gungale and they skipped Elfheim, I'd be fine with that.
But then
I
they
was pretty hyped for Gungale, and then it was kind of boring.
It did have boring episodes.
But that's because Kirito went to a sword stone.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna use a gun.
That would have been cooler.
He uses a pistol sometimes.
All right. So if you've enjoyed this, if you're enjoyed this episode so far, check out our previous podcast. We upload new episodes weekly. Also check out our Patreon. Any help is greatly appreciated. Now for spoiler-free review of A Christmas Story.
Fuck this movie.
A Christmas Story was released November 18 of 1983, starring Peter Billingsley, Melinda Dillon, and Darren. I'm typing all over the place now. And Darren McGavin, directed by Bob Clark, rated PG. Plot summary: in the 1940s, a young boy named Ralphie attempts to convince his parents, his teacher, and Santa that a Red Ryder BB gun really is the perfect Christmas gift. What are your guys' overall thoughts without getting into spoilers?
Fuck this.
It's fine.
I need to use the restroom.
Well, I mean, you can pee there.
It's
kinda
fine, but
gotta pee too.
I don't get why people watch this every year.
Yeah, I'm on the same.
Well, you guys,
It's not as good as The Grinch or
bro. You know
Exactly.
what's wild to me is they have this movie play for 24 hours on Christmas Day too.
Oh my god.
yeah, it's not that good.
I don't know why.
It's good.
It's the worst.
It's not
Christmas
that
movie
good.
ever.
Yeah. For me, this was my first time watching it. I
Yeah,
liked
same.
I liked how they set up the time era, like it was around the 40s, and I liked some of the characters were interesting, but the movie was presented kind of like an audiobook.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the narrators.
The narration part was
good.
fine.
It was good, but it was just a new dynamic you don't really see in movies,
Yeah.
where like he's using big words to
What's the
narrate
worst
stories.
movie you can think of right now? Go.
I don't know.
Because I need
Whatever's your favorite movie.
Yeah.
No, seriously, I need a
Snake
better
Eyes.
because I'd rather watch
Snake
the worst
Eyes.
movie than watch this again.
Snake Eyes.
That's not you know me. I'd actually watch that, okay? But yeah, I'd rather watch the worst
That's
movie.
a meme in my
the
head
worst
now.
movie you can think of. I'd rather watch that than
Watch a Christmas Story.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought there were a few funny moments in the movie, and obviously, the story is a relatable Christmas story because it's the story any kid could experience. You know, I want a gift.
That's probably what
How
they
do
were
I get
trying
it?
to go for. I just, all right, you're gonna hate me for this, but the reason why I also hate this movie is because of the main character.
Ralphie?
Yeah, I hate him. I don't like the way he looks.
You look like you did when you were a kid.
Oh my god, he probably did. Like that.
What?
Bro, to be okay, so this movie makes me frustrated.
He was
Every
in
time
Stuart
I-
Little, right?
Yes,
Oh,
he
that's
was.
the
Yes, he
kid?
was.
What?
I think that's the
Was he?
same
No,
kid
it's
as
not.
Stuart Little.
No way.
Yeah.
You can look it up. You have the PC.
What's his name?
Well, just look up on IMDb.
Stuart Little kid.
Christmas story. All right, what do you guys rate it out of 10?
It's a 7.
I'm on the same page. It's a 7. What about you guys? Javier?
He's an
4.
elf too.
4.
Oh yeah,
I give him a
Mike told me he's
4.
an elf. A 4?
Yeah, that's
All
me
right.
being kind.
What's your score,
7.
Javier?
It's a solid 7.
All
Is
right.
it because he has blue eyes?
No,
'Cause he
I just
does
don't
have
like
blue
him.
eyes.
That's not why. I didn't even notice they had blue eyes.
All right. So the critics on Metascore gave it a 77 out of 100. Rotten Tomatoes tomato meter is an 89%. Meanwhile, the audience on IMDb is a 7.9 out of 10. And the Rotten Tomato audience is an 88%. So the average of all these scores is 83.25.
No, Jesus.
What?
It's not the same guy.
It's
Oh,
not.
it's
Not the same
different.
kid.
So before we jump into the spoiler-filled review, like, comment, subscribe. Also check out these guys and their social media links. And we are most of the podcast platforms, so give us a listen anywhere at any time. All right, let's take an in-depth
I
review.
feel so exposed right now.
Why? It's not like it's going on. Oh, you should do that.
I
You should do
don't,
that.
I don't
Bro.
like how
You
I
should
looked
put
when
it
I
as-
was younger.
No,
You should
you should crop him out and put his face on top of like it's a kid. It's
Or you- or you
Ralphie
put, like-
question mark?
Oh, you put like a Where's Waldo of him in the video somewhere.
Oh, dude.
You do that, yeah. Do that, dude.
I'll see what I do. All right, let's take an in-depth review of A Christmas Story. All right, let's start from the beginning. Ralphie asking his mom for a BB gun. So after seeing a toy gun in the Christmas shop, Ralphie thinks it's a way to ask for his parents for it. He thinks of a way to ask for his parents for it. He puts an ad in his mom's magazine, and then he asks her on the dinner table about it. She refuses, saying he'll shoot his eye out. And this is literally sets up the plot for the whole movie.
Kid's a fucking idiot.
This
I thought there would be more that follows, but this is kind of what makes the movie like good in its own way
What?
because
It's
it sets
relatable.
up the relatability about like, you know,
It's
kid
horrible.
wanting a gift, scheming of a way to ask his parents.
Yeah, it reminds me of that. Pretty much that exact same rifle being part of a Christmas gift that my friend's sister, like older sister, got as a kid, and we were playing around with it, and I was like him and I were like running away from his sister because she was gonna shoot us with the BB gun.
Man, that's a little intense for this episode, don't you think?
And we were like 20 feet away, and she shot me in the back of the head.
Oh, Jesus.
That reminds me of the scenario where my sisters grabbed that exact kind of design for the BB gun.
I
and
have 2
shot
BB guns
themselves.
here, actually.
Yeah, these toys aren't for kids. What are they doing?
Yeah, I literally
they're for
saw
kids.
that model of a rifle at Walmart
Wait, that's a real
two
thing?
nights ago.
Yeah, it's a toy. It's a
Yeah,
real
it's
toy
the
gun.
same brand, Daisy.
Oh, okay.
They
yeah,
sell
yeah,
them
yeah,
at Meyer too.
Yeah, but I think they put them up. There was like a promotion for them at Walmart because there's like a big ass fucking
Wait, they actually promote that for kids?
stack of them.
Yeah, kids are.
Because it's from the movie, so they're like, oh, let's get
There's an actual movie about it?
What the?
What do you mean? We just
Christmas
watched it.
Story.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the movie that the kid is talking about.
No.
The
No.
whatever, the Red Ranger or Red Rider, whatever.
It's a real toy,
Yeah, it's a toy.
basically.
BB guns are toys just for kids.
But yeah, so that was the beginning. Next, let's jump into Flick licking the lamppost. So Schwartz was trying to convince Flick that licking a frozen lamppost would leave one's tongue stuck to it in the wintertime.
These kids
Flick-
are stupid.
Flick didn't believe him, so Schwartz dared him, and Flick complies. Suddenly, Flick is unable to remove his tongue. He freaks out, and everyone ditches him because the bell rang. I thought it was hilarious how they would have left him there all day if Miss Shields didn't ask where he was.
Yeah, they're fucking assholes. Like they didn't even tell her like, yo, he somehow.
Yeah, they were more scared about getting in trouble than being like.
What was wild was the fact that they didn't even stand up to run with the kids to like blend in. They just sat there, just like fuck.
Yeah.
What was even crazier is like he did the dare, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's not like he gets anything from it if he doesn't.
He got a frostbite tongue.
Pretty much, yeah. They had to call the whole fire department just to get his tongue
And
removed.
it's so weird that the teacher calls him Flick. Like, is that his real fucking name?
I don't know.
think so.
Flick.
Maybe.
I think so, because the teacher doesn't usually
weird
teachers
name.
don't back then would not have used nicknames.
They also did that prank with the fake buck teeth.
Oh yeah, I didn't get that.
It made like it was there for 2 seconds and then they just like kind
it
of brushed
added
it
no
off.
context to the story. It was just like
Comedy.
yeah, it was just pretty much. It was just like
I
here's
can
the
tell you
joke,
this-
guys.
I can tell you this, and I still don't get it. After watching it from year on, like for 3 years now,
Yeah,
like
I
It's just
know.
kids being idiots. I mean, you guys,
don't know.
when you guys were in school like that, like younger, you would occasionally just
The
bring
whole
in
but the
class.
whole class did it.
well, I guess they were really close. I guess the entire class was close to each other, so they.
I mean-
But yeah,
Point to
that
teacher.
that lamppost scene was iconic for the movie. Like, it's still in media today. Like, reference and stuff.
There's a lot of movies referenced from this, especially the "You'll shoot your eye out" kid. I hate that so much
You'll
because
shoot
you
your
hear
eye
that.
out,
You'll
you'll
hear
shoot
that
your-
nowadays as well. I was like, come on. That movie came out like '80s.
Yeah, maybe that's why. Because
Bro, it's
the people who
Yeah.
were our
people who
parents
say- yeah.
now watched it when they were
Mhm.
kids.
And now we say it because they told us over and over and over.
Exactly.
you
again.
like
so.
you love. I just love how every person says that to Ralphie. It's like, you're just shoot your eye out, kid. Santa, the teacher.
Yeah, let's talk about that next. So Ralphie asking Santa for a BB gun. So Ralphie and his family visit a Christmas parade, but Ralphie is eager to talk to Santa instead. Eventually, he finally gets his way to visit Mr. Claus after waiting in a long line at the mall. But it's a terrifying experience for the boys. Ralphie freezes, and just as he's shoved away, he remembers to ask Santa for a gift. He asks Santa for the BB gun, to which Santa replies he'll shoot his eye out.
Why the fuck does Santa care?
you missed the scene where the classic scene where the dad gets the
Yeah,
the lamp.
I wanted to talk about that too.
Oh, okay.
I felt like that was a good transition.
Still, why
to get
does
into this
Santa
one, though.
care?
Because he's still a grown adult that wants to make sure a kid.
Yeah, he
decisions-
doesn't wanna be
Not
liable.
His kid, who gives a crap?
I'm sure he doesn't want to be liable. Like, hey, mom, Santa told me that I can have this gun.
Yeah.
His mom sounds like
That
a
whole
total Karen.
experience, though.
So you know if you know how we're talking about like you shoot your eye. Like the funny part to me is when he's bribing his teacher. With the-
Why
the
does he
fruit
need to
basket?
bribe his
Dude,
teacher?
that's my favorite scene when he brings a whole fruit basket of luxury fruit.
Why does he try to bribe the
perspective.
teacher, though?
And he looks at the teacher. He's like,
Like, where the fuck does he get the money?
"Yeah, that's what I was thinking the
I'm
entire
thinking his
time."
family's rich or something.
Why
I
is he
don't
trying to
know.
convince
They
these
don't
people
look
they're
all
not related
that
to him,
rich.
though? All he needs to do is convince the parents, not the teacher, not Santa Claus.
Bro, but he's a kid. You don't. He
a
didn't know
dumbass
Santa
kid.
wasn't out.
Yeah, no, they're
I'm
not
sorry.
rich because why would the dad not get a new heater?
I think it's just to us, since everything's so expensive these days.
It's like middle class, probably.
yeah, back then it was actual middle class. You could actually afford things.
Bro, the cars that were in that movie blew my mind. I was like, God damn, how old is this movie?
It was set in the 40s.
I was like, fuck, man, those cars.
I am sorry if I'm being a bit harsh on the kid.
You look just like him, man.
But yeah, no, like the fact that Ralph is just like he opens the book and he gets a C+ on this thing. He's like, oh no, and then it's just like, and then it says P.S. She'll shoot your eye out. He looks up and he just she's a witch now.
Yeah.
And she's like, yeah, shoot your eye. And then the mom is like, oh no, you must have talked to my mom. And the mom's in the fiction of the yeah, shoot your eye out. Yeah, shoot your
I
eye.
did like
And
the
then
dad,
why
though.
is she dressed as a clown?
I did like the dad, though. In fact, he got him this gun.
Oh, wow, spoiling the movie.
Bro,
I'm just kidding. All right, so some thoughts I had were while watching the movie was Ralph narrating the story from his future point of view as an adult, or does Ralphie just have an adult voice in his head?
yeah, it's.
Oh, I didn't think of that.
Yeah, I think it's a future point of view.
How does he know all those big ass words?
Exactly, maybe
He can't even write a good fucking essay. How would he know any of those
Yeah, he got a
words?
C+ on his essay. The boy's not that intelligent.
And like he says what he's writing down, and
Maybe
it's
it's-
like it's the most generic boring shit ever.
Yeah.
Maybe
He's
a C++.
like, I want this gun for Christmas.
But that brought me back to elementary when
Well, yeah.
I would do the same sort of
Yes,
thing.
Yeah,
what
but
if-
I'm saying that the narrator is
It's
like future
smarter.
him.
Yeah.
What if a C+ then was like a A+ now?
That,
I don't think it
No,
works like that.
No, probably not.
The school system hasn't changed
No.
in the past 100 years, sadly.
Ouch.
Well, because we all still sit in classrooms and we all still,
I
It's
realize
very
that.
inefficient.
I think
Yeah,
I have
dumb.
two favorite scenes in this whole movie.
All right, yeah, let's start with favorite scenes.
You have
I'm
a
gonna,
favorite
I'm gonna,
scene?
I'm gonna start it off here. So mine is the old man receiving his prize. So
That
the
one's
old
good.
man finally wins something, and his excitement grows when a giant box is delivered to his door. Inside is a lamp of a woman's leg. He's excited and he puts the lamp on full display in the center window of their house. Everyone in the neighborhood stops by to admire it. However, the mother hates it and eventually manages to destroy the lamp, thus ending the short life of the leg lamp.
I'm on the mother's side here.
Why?
It's an ugly lamb,
it's
bro.
fucking garish.
You like how the dad reads it fragile.
Yeah.
Fragile.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
said, you know what was weird? I said that right before he said that because they brought the box. I was like, I've never seen this movie before. I saw the box and I said out loud, I was like, fragile. And then he said it. And I was like, what the frick?
And then the mom said, "Oh, honey, I think it's fragile." Oh,
Must be French or Italian.
I was like, there's no such thing as a coincidence. That was so weird to me. But I guess that's where that meme is from too.
fragile.
The fact that I said that is because other people have said it in life. And
Yeah, probably.
so it all traces back to a Christmas story. Everything ties back to a Christmas story.
Mm-hmm.
Our existence ties back. What are your guys' favorite moments?
Scenes with the dad, I'd say.
Yeah, he's the best character.
It's pretty funny.
I like the dad too, but I liked it when the movie ended.
The credits.
Yeah, the end credits. But to be exact, yeah, I like the dad scene when he got the gun for what's his
Ralphie?
name? Yeah,
Ralphie.
him.
Yeah.
For what's his name?
For you.
The main character.
When your dad got you your gift.
Yeah, when you actually got what you want. Yeah.
I have two favorite scenes.
What were they?
One's like the one I was talking about with how he just imagined his mom and his freak.
Oh yeah,
as a witch.
she was a clown. Yeah.
And the other one is the scene when he curses in front of his dad.
Oh yeah, when they're fixing the tire.
Oh,
And
fudge.
He says fudge, but
He's like,
then
only I didn't say fudge.
yeah, and then they're at home, and she puts the bar soap in his mouth,
And then she tried it.
and then and then she takes out like, who says it? And
Oh, yeah.
and he's telling himself, well, I can't tell her it's my dad that says this. It's all these words are in front of me, and he just like panics and says his friend. It's
Yeah,
just like,
poor
that's just-
Fred.
Starts beating his ass.
and that's just funny to me because I'm like, he just avoids saying who really says it all.
He threw his friend under the
And
bus.
instead, those his friend. You just hear the ass whooping in the background.
All right, I do actually have another favorite scene because I think it's just funny. They say you'll shoot your eye out, and the first shot Ralphie takes, he literally
Shoots
shoots
his eye
his eye out. I was like, how bad do you have to be to do that?
Well, it ricocheted.
Well, yeah, you know when he put it
How
on, right?
dumb do you have to be to
Put
not
on a
know?
He put it right under his eye. He's like, "Cha."
Well, no, he put it on a freaking metal.
He also
Billboard,
closed his eye to
right?
shoot. You
No,
don't
you put it
close
on
your
a
eye.
tree.
No, he put it on the metal.
It was a metal object. Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
it
why
was,
I thought
like
it was
it
a
was a
tree.
sign. He
No,
put,
if it was a metal.
Oh, so it ricocheted.
No, but
him?
the paper was
Okay.
paper.
I just-
it was
it
paper
so
beat
the
in front of the metal.
Yeah, it was right. It
I
was,
just thought
it
he
was
was
on the
too-
swing set, but they leaned it up again.
I just
Okay.
thought it was too close to his eye, the scope.
Yeah, the other thing is he had his eye shut when he was aiming. You don't close your eye when you're
Bro,
aiming.
he's like
Well,
8,
I mean,
bro.
it depends. Yeah, but you don't close your eye on the scope.
He's like 8, bro. What do you want from him?
It's dumb.
Well,
So
why didn't you do it better?
Yeah,
a moment that I
be
think
better.
should be cut is maybe the ending scene where they're at the Chinese restaurant just because they're
Rah,
poking.
rah, rah.
Yeah, they're
Oh
poking.
my god,
They're poking
that
fun
did
at-
not hold up.
Yeah, they're poking fun at stereotypes. It's not my place to get offended since I'm not Asian or Asian American,
Yeah.
but still, it felt like a little awkward watching it.
Well, this is when being racist was not against.
Yeah, I guess
Not
so.
again.
Oh, now I realize a movie I watched this week.
Well, we'll talk about that later.
Okay,
What were
okay.
the-
Why did this scene make you think of that?
Because okay,
Don't say it.
Yeah,
just wait up.
We'll
Yeah,
talk
I'll
about
wait.
it.
I'll tell you why.
What are some moments you guys think should be cut or changed?
The bunny suit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was
It
unnecessary.
was very
You
unnecessary.
know, low key, I was actually looking for that. because I was thinking about
They're like, how the
Christmas
fuck
stories.
does this get
Like-
interpreted?
Like I was looking for that exact suit to wear
What the
today. 'Cause I
Oh,
was gonna
that
wear
would
that
make
for the
sense.
Christmas story.
Instead of you brought nothing.
yeah, instead I brought nothing. Leave me alone. At least I'm wearing the color with you guys.
I guess this is how people used to get their memes back in the day. It's through movies. So having scenes like that.
Yeah, that's true.
What about you, Aleksey? Cut or changed?
Whole movie for Aleksey. You're asking the wrong
Delete
guy.
the whole movie.
Yeah, delete it. Doesn't need to exist.
What about you, Javier?
Yeah, I'm the same way with the bunny suit.
The
scene.
bunny
Oh
suit.
man, I thought you were saying yeah. I'm sorry. Delete it.
No.
Delete it.
I don't. Okay, I don't like the movie, but I at least like watching it.
You watch it
Suggested
every
it.
year.
Well, it's not by
You also
force.
suggested it.
But yeah, you literally suggested it.
Yeah, because
We
it came to
literally had
mind.
better movies, bro.
You know,
Well, we have-
I already have another. I had another movie as soon as I suggested that one. I have another.
Well, we
movie
have
already.
3 more weeks of Christmas movies, so
Yeah.
we'll
I
have
won't-
time.
I
At
won't.
least you got rid of the bad one out of the way.
What is you guys' final rating?
7.
3,
7.
3.
3.
I went down.
So the audience, let's look at some online reviews. This audience member on IMDb gave it a 7 out of 10. There are so many sappy, mind-numbing Christmas-related movies that is always a relief when they make a good one. A Christmas Story is a prime example, focusing on a series of things occurring that led up to Christmas in the 1940s Indiana. As young boy Ralphie, the movie provides a share of humor. I'd never even heard of the Red Ryder BB gun until I saw this movie. Another interesting aspect of the movie is Ralphie's family. Although they appear to be affluent, there's a sense of the working class in their lives as shown by their attitudes. My favorite scenes were the flagpole, fudge, and lamp. And to visit Santa. Cool. So basically he just likes this reviewer just likes the memes in the movie. the
Yo, are
best.
we gonna watch A Christmas Story 2?
There's a second one?
Yeah, there's a second
I swear to
one.
God,
Wow.
if you
What? You gotta be joking.
No, there's a second one.
there is.
It's when he's
my
older.
God. Oh my lord.
He like works a job.
Oh, so he's filling the role of his parents in the second one?
No, their parents do other shit. I don't know.
I gotta look this up.
It's really bad apparently.
I believe
If
it.
there's a 2, I'm gonna watch it tonight.
All right, this Metacritic
There is. Oh my
I
god.
told you there is.
this Metacritic reviewer gave it 100 out of 100.
Come on, dude.
The affection audiences feel for A Christmas Story is related to the holiday spirit. Yes, but specifically to Clark and Shepard's awareness of how the true meaning of Christmas manifests in the real world, where a warm meal on a cold, dark day and a surprising moment of parental grace can ease the troubled mind.
And consuming products like buying shit.
Alexi, this is
Pretty
a
much.
movie. This is a movie you gotta watch.
I blanked out.
We
So
gotta
basically, this person is just saying this movie's good because it's relatable.
because it's the spirit of Christmas, everybody.
Buying things for children.
This is a movie Alexi's gotta watch. It's a shitty movie. And he
Christmas
watches
Story.
it.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Christmas Story 2.
I've
It's a
seen
shitty
it
movie you can
already.
watch.
This is why I'm opposite. Like, yeah, this movie's relatable, but that's not why it's like it would ever be my favorite Christmas movie. I like the non-relatability. Yeah, like the Grinch. That's my favorite Christmas movie. Because
Yeah,
it's
that's a good one.
non-relatable. It's whimsical. It's fun. It's something to just
Mhm.
enjoy. So this Rotten Tomato audience gave it a 5 out of 5. It is fantastic to see in the theaters. That's it.
Wow.
You saw it in theaters?
This Rotten Tomato. Yeah, they.
I wonder if some of these are because I know they like also copy down and post the old reviews like back when it first released.
Mm-hmm.
So I
That
wonder.
might be the case.
Keep
yeah.
authenticity on it. So this Rotten Tomatoes critic gave it a fresh. In a porous adaptation of Gene Shepard's book In God We Trust, All Others Pay Cash. Oh, I didn't know this was a book adaptation.
I literally said it in the beginning
Oh,
credits.
I guess that's why it makes sense how it's said like an audiobook. They're just
Yeah,
reading.
kind of.
They're reading it out loud. So check out our previous podcast if you've enjoyed this episode so far. We upload new episodes weekly. Also check out our Patreon. Any help is greatly appreciated. Now time for content we've seen this week. What are some shows or movies you guys watched this
I
week?
begun and ended or finished JoJo Part 6 Stone
Oh!
Ocean.
What did you think?
It's really good. It's amazing. Javier should catch up on JoJo.
What do you rate it out of 10?
It's 9 so far.
And who would you recommend audience members to watch?
People who like JoJo, so not Aleksey. or would have an interest in JoJo.
I do
The
have
thing
an
that
interest.
that bugs me the most is like articles coming out saying like, just because there's hype around JoJo Part 6, people are like asking like, so where should I start on JoJo? And it's like, start at the fucking beginning.
I mean, but they're not wrong. I started at the beginning and I can't get through it because I hear part 1's the worst part and I just get bored.
It's slow, but there's the story is there.
I'm
'cause
on
you
like
kinda-
part 3.
I
He's
actually,
like,
I actually like part 1.
Really?
It's still my favorite.
I'm on the part where he's like, Dio, you poisoned my father.
like Paige's favorite parts
Wasn't
are
there-
part 1 and 2.
Wasn't there a scene where they like the guy stole his girlfriend's first kiss or something like
Yeah,
that?
that was the first episode.
Yeah, that's all I saw.
Yeah, I don't know. I still like part 1 overall, even though I'm like thinking season 2. I'm so lazy.
You know
to
what's
watch
weird?
it all.
I have the whole manga series for the first part, but I haven't finished it.
Seriously?
Yeah. For part 1 though, just part 1. I have the whole series.
Well, if you ever get around to watching part 1, like part 2 is really good. It has a more interesting character. He's funny. Then part 3, you know, it's.
I remember
it's a
Luis.
classic.
Luis used to really like it. My old friend from Target.
Mm-hmm.
And he had us watch a random episode where they were fighting a Nazi in a volcano. And I'm like, what is going on?
Oh, that's part 2. That's like near the end of the fucking season.
I'm like, what is even happening?
Yeah, he's a robot Nazi.
Oh my gosh.
That
That's
was
epic.
interesting. That was an interesting episode.
What else have you watched?
I didn't really watch too much else. I watched a couple episodes of Inside Job, and then I forgot I think I fell asleep during one of them, and it auto-played, so now I don't know where the fuck I am. so now I like my motivation to continue watching it. I'm like, I don't know if I want to watch this anymore.
Yeah, I kind of fell off from it too. It's got certain charm to it, but
It's
it gets,
okay, yeah.
Yeah, it wears out its gimmick kind of fast for me.
Mm-hmm.
What about you, Javier? Any content you seen this week?
The only thing I was gonna say was Rush Hour.
Oh, you watched Rush Hour.
I watched Rush Hour.
Nice.
What do you rate it out of 10?
It's a 9.
9.
I love it.
Still holds up?
I love it.
Who
It's
would you
so
recom-
racist though. 100%. Right? That's what
Yeah.
I was gonna talk about. What are you talking about?
okay.
man?
These 2000s movies.
Bro, no,
They
that's
didn't hold back.
that's bad. Like the
Yeah.
racism in that one's worse, because you know it's
everywhere.
the I don't remember the comedy
Jackie Chan.
not Jackie Chan the
Oh, was
Chris
it Chris
Tucker.
Rock?
yeah
Chris
that guy
Tucker.
he's
I said
just
Chris Rock.
man he's just in that
He's
movie
in
he's
something
even
else.
worse. It's just worse than because he's 100% racist and all the things he's saying to Jackie Chan. It's just like this is funny, but holy shit,
This
is
movie
thing-
would not survive in today.
Yeah, that's what I was
released.
thinking about. I'm like,
No.
damn, this movie would have been black. Ooh.
Blacklisted.
It would
Yeah.
be black.
It would just be a black screen because they can't show it.
Yeah, but I loved all the Rush Hour movies though. I think I've seen all of them.
Oh, I forgot. I watched Stranger Things. So
Oh,
I
let's
finished
go.
season 2,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm on episode 5 of season 3. So I'm almost caught up.
What do you think of it so far?
It's still really good. It's 8.5 for me.
Dang.
Yeah, you,
Are they
you should
making
watch
another
it.
season?
That's
Yeah.
that's another
out soon.
show. I start so many shows, but I never finish them because the first episode I'm just like boring.
Oh, and I started Mandalorian because I never finished it.
Hey, yes, let's go.
I still very much remember episode 1 and 2, so I started on episode 3.
Let's go.
I
Grogu.
actually did. I remember the 2 bad movies I attempted to watch.
What were
actually.
they?
They're both.
Did you even finish them?
No.
He started like the first 5 minutes.
No,
like,
I
yeah,
got
I'm
through
out.
at least half hour of both.
You literally
But-
you're wasting your time on these movies.
But they're
were
both
they?
called Krampus. They're
Oh,
like, you know,
yes, I remember.
but these ones were very. You could tell how low budget they were. Like I stopped the first one after the first person got killed.
I remember when
It
I
was
was
terrible.
I remember when I was in high school. I watched Krampus on my birthday.
Well, there's a decent one, and then there was the other ones. I remember watching the decent one, but then there was these other ones where there was this like demon-looking thing that didn't look like anything like Krampus, and that one I watched half hour of, and then the first character dies. The neglect that the I think the mother or maybe it's a sister. I don't know. She literally deadbolts and gets another lock and locks her in her room. And then so the girl like gets this doll out of her box, ties a rope around it, and then somehow summons Krampus, and it kills the boyfriend or the
What the
husband.
frick?
It's so stupid.
Yeah, these movies are dumb.
You
Bro.
waste your time on these
It
movies.
was so bad.
You want to hear something funny? Him describing this movie makes me think of a terrible movie I watched when I was younger.
What was
It
it?
was a killer snowman.
Oh yeah, wasn't that Jack Frost or something?
Yeah, some Jack Frost.
Yeah, and then like I think about the iconic bathroom scene where he's like the lady's taking
Iconic.
like the
But
lady,
Jack Frost wasn't terrible.
it's
Yeah.
awful to me.
It's a
I-
terrible
what-
movie.
It's a
like,
bad
the
movie,
C-
but
the-
it's
the CGI for
classic
that
one.
because I think about like how he just appears in the bathroom after she's showering. He just manifests through the drain and comes out.
To be fair,
And
the
then she looks by. She's just calm, taking a shower, washing her hair, and she's like, "Man, it's cold." Turns around and just getting stabbed.
the movie cover used to scare me as a kid.
The second.
Oh yeah, because you
movie.
switch it and then it like changes faces from happy snowman to
I was just
evil.
like, holy shit!
But yeah, that was the most interesting thing of that movie.
Yeah.
Was the cover.
But that's what I think about for shitty movies.
Apparently, Aleksey thinks it's a masterpiece or something.
No, I did not.
Well, you said that we said it was a bad movie, and you said it wasn't.
Yeah.
It's fascinating. The other Krampus movie though was even worse
I believe you. They should have stopped after
because they
one.
went into Native American culture in the second one.
Isn't Krampus Scandinavian?
I don't know.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, it is.
But it was dumb. It was like these hillbillies
my God.
getting this coal out of the ground, saying it's a totem that brings evil.
All right. So what I watched was F is for Family, the series finale. It was released November 25th of 2021. Plot: follow the Murphy family back into the 1970s when kids run wild, beer flowed freely, and nothing came between a man and his TV. Rated TV MA, created by Bill Burr, starring Bill Burr, Laura Dern, and Justin Long. I rate it a 7 out of 10.
So I watched halfway through season 3, and then I had that same issue where like I fell asleep during an episode, and then I never went back to it.
It's a good series.
It's a good show.
Yeah.
but I just fell asleep because it was like 2-3 a.m. in the morning.
For me, the issue with it is that, I know series finales aren't perfect, and not everything is wrapped up perfectly, just like in real life.
Yeah,
It was a good series, but it didn't feel like a series finale.
gotcha. I didn't even know it was a series finale.
Yeah,
I
they're
thought it was
done
just
with it.
season 4.
Yeah, that it seemed like they were gonna go with more, but no, this is it. They set up more stories, but they don't really resolve old ones. Like we don't know what direction like these characters go to, or so it was just kind of like, oh man, well I guess that's it.
Oh,
I'll never know.
and you just said content we've seen, right?
Yeah.
Did you see Nexpo's new video?
Oh no,
Yesterday?
I have to get around to it. No, I haven't seen it yet. That's
Yeah, it
the
was-
video game one, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
haven't
that's
seen it.
pretty good.
I gotta check it out. So I also watched Hawkeye, released November 24th of 2021. Plot: series based around the Marvel Comics superhero Hawkeye, centering the adventures of young Avenger Kate M. Bishop, who took the role of the original Avenger Clint Barton. Rated TV 14, starring Jeremy Renner, Haley Steinfeld, and Florence Pugh. I rated a 7.5 out of 10.
Apparently, that girl is one of the one of the Russo brothers' daughters.
Really, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so that's why so people are like, oh, give her more screen time. At least like people who watch the show like make TikToks about it,
Oh,
like joking about like, oh, she has to get more screen time because she's the daughter.
I don't know. I like her as an actress. She's pretty good.
I haven't watched it.
She was
I
the
haven't
main.
watched it either.
She was the main girl in Bumblebee.
Oh,
Was
she was
she?
good in that.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I like her acting, because she did good in that, and she's good in this one too.
I will check it out eventually.
So I like both the characters, because obviously Jeremy Renner's a good actor too,
Yeah.
and they have like both these new characters have good chemistry. Like one's like a father figure sort of character, and she's more like a rebellious young adult. But the story is kind of generic, like the plot.
Okay.
So I don't know where they're gonna go with this. There's
Is
only like
it
3
better than Captain Falcon and the Winter Soldier?
Yes, I'll say that. The plot isn't much better, but
Should I
the
bother
characters
with
are.
that show?
I'm gonna say no.
Okay, good.
WandaVision will forever be the
Yes.
best.
Well, I already
That's
finished
the
that
better
one,
one.
so.
Yes, I
Yeah.
agree.
That's
Apparently,
Have you yet to
Marvel's
watch it?
What If is canon.
I didn't know that either.
Like they show it in the timeline. Like it has a place in the timeline.
I stopped after the first episode.
I haven't watched.
Same here.
I haven't watched any of the Marvel
I
shows.
haven't
so-
seen the rest of the episode.
It
'Cause
was way too fast paced for me, so I was like, I'm done.
I enjoyed Captain Carter though.
Yeah, but the whole episode was so fast paced. Like they're trying to encapsulate all these movies into one episode for 20 minutes.
Because it's a what if. I mean, I'm sure like you've already seen the movies. So they're
Yeah.
just showing like, oh, here's
I
stuff that's different.
would rather they go all out though and make like an hour episode.
Mm-hmm.
So the last thing I watched was South Park post COVID.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
Released November 25th of 2021. Plot: what happened to the children who lived through the pandemic? Stan, Kyle, Cartman, and Kenny survived, but will never be the same post-COVID. Rated TV MA, starring Trey Parker, Matt Stone, and April Stewart. I rated an 8 out of 10.
I'm tired of these specials. I wish they were episodes.
They
'Cause-
probably can't do it because of COVID.
Yeah, but I don't know. Like these specials, like they're never really like I see them once and I never am like, oh, let me rewatch the special
That's true.
because it's the same storyline. It's I don't know. It's there's not much like variety in terms of like the other seasons,
That's true.
but it is definitely much better than those serialized seasons. They had like 2 of them
Yeah.
where they have one big ass storyline.
Yeah.
and
Yeah. That's why they don't do that anymore.
Yeah, I think they even had an episode dedicated to that.
So this is where the South Park cast is all grown up, and it's interesting. It's interesting to see what they look like as adults.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Saw
So
a short clip of it.
yeah, they still have the same funny dynamic, like as the friends and everything, but they're just adults now.
Are they actually like?
Did
they
Kenny
stay
actually
that way?
Huh?
Did Kenny actually stay dead?
Yeah. So they
What?
are actually adults, and you get to see where they went with their lives.
They actually killed Kenny.
Yes, they killed Kenny.
Well,
Wow.
there
Those
was
bastards.
no. Well, I mean, there was like a
He'll be
big
back.
ass period where he was dead for like a season or
Yeah,
2.
I
He does
remember
come
that.
back, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does
Well,
come.
yeah,
Back. They have an episode of how he gets reborn and everything.
yeah.
So this episode sets up a story, but it's a to be continued sort of episode. So
I hope it's a season instead
yeah,
of
we'll see.
not a
What,
season.
I want to
We'll
see,
see
what
what
they
happens.
I want to see what they look like as adults.
now let's roll the credits. You guys got any recommendations for any media?
Hell nah.
SMT5, Owl House, Amphibia, Mystery, Infinity
it.
Train.
What
What?
about you, Javier?
He looks so weird.
Bro,
What?
pay
I'm sorry.
attention.
I had to look it up. I was curious.
What media do you recommend?
I got nothing. Got nothing.
I recommend this YouTube channel called JJ McCullen. It's videos about American and sometimes foreign culture. So if you want to learn about that stuff, check it out. I also like his personality and stuff. So that's epic. Anyway,
You know who I don't recommend, or what I don't recommend?
what?
Call of Duty Vanguard.
Damn.
I
bought
also
it?
will not recommend it.
You bought it or no?
No.
Skip this game because
Did you
Stop.
see how they fucked up zombies?
I did
haven't
not. I'm just saying skip this game because
I
stop
only
buying.
play multiplayer.
I only go in blind.
Apparently the multiplayer's fucked too because it's
Stop
boring.
buying them every year. Wait at least 1 year.
I go in blind. To be honest.
Oh, well, apparently zombies is just like mission based. It's not wave based.
What?
That's whack.
Yeah.
Is
But
it like,
I don't really play zombies.
what's the? Is it like? I think Ghost. That's the game I'm thinking.
It's worse than Ghosts.
Oh shit.
I actually enjoyed Ghost, even though I heard it was bad.
Well, it's worse than Ghosts.
So the plan for next week is the West Side Story.
Oh.
The what?
Oh,
Huh.
West Side
Okay.
Story.
Okay.
That's
it's
fine.
the only new one.
Okay.
Wait, what?
So if you've enjoyed this episode, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and thank you for
Wait, it's-
visiting the Sleeping Cinema.
It's not
I
Spider-Man.
might.
No,
One
until
minute.
No,
next
that's 2
week.
weeks. That's
Peace.
2 weeks.
I might not.
Bye.